anything. Um, how would you say that you've thought through apartheid? Like, what? Okay, tell me, what was your first encounter with a white person? Do you remember it?
From memory, my first encounter was when I was 6, 7.
Yeah.
No, I was in primary school, grade 1, 2, where I
Yeah.
actually wanted to be a white person
Mm.
because I felt like they got the privilege, they got
Yes.
the opportunities,
Yeah.
they were well off, and it felt like growing up
Yeah.
my parents, or rather my parent, rather aspired to give me the life that they have, good school, so
Yeah.
that you can be a doctor,
Yeah.
so that you can, to the point where there's this tree that we had at home,
Yeah.
really like a greeny, and then like the leaves were not normal leaves, it was the ones that hook, and I'd wear it and be like, ah, my yar.
Oh
I
yeah.
felt like that was really lax. And
Sure.
I say this is my first impression of a white man because it's from a place of aspiration. And the more I grew, the more it was embedded within my blackness too. Where now I want to be like the black people who look like white.
Oh,
From the
okay.
hair, silky hair,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
nails, like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the aspiration. But as I'm growing and relearning myself and relearning Horkiman,
Yeah.
it made me now have an internal dialogue of that moment.
Yeah.
Which it didn't come from a place of aspiration, but rather of the stance of Pretoria, where it was.
Yeah.
Because I'm born and bred I'm from Pretoria.
Yeah.
And how we living. We're not living to uplift our cultural practice, who we are as
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
but we're living to be more white and modernized and cultured by Western influences. Yeah.
No?
Yeah, I know I deviated.
No, I hear you. I hear you. So, okay. Um, so with if I'm working from like my memory, I'd say my first encounter with white people was through like movies. So like watching movies, I'm like, I had watched white people for long in movies, but never really saw them or interacted with them. So that was my idea of what a white person is, what I had seen on TV. Then when I first encountered white people, I can't remember when it was, but I just remember thinking, whoa, these people are mean. Like,
Okay, I think that also just give more context.
yeah.
Growing up, my aunt lived in a white neighborhood.
Oh, cool.
So I was
Yeah.
mostly with them because my mom had
Nice.
to work most of the time.
Yeah.
And because of that, my our neighbor was actually white, and I thought they were really nice.
Oh, cool.
Until I later found out they were fake. Okay,
Yeah.
not really.
Yeah.
But they were fake, you know? Because
Yeah.
you're like, oh, not a problem, you should come visit.
Yeah.
And when the daughter becomes excited, at the back's like, no way she's coming. You know, those subtle things, and they really hurt you. Hence why the aspiration or the need to wanna be white.
Yeah.
Yeah, those small but I think I don't remember the first encounter because they're kind of always in proximity.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why the first encounter in my mind was when I aspired to be like them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Yeah. But how are you reckoning with the thoughts of the past, like whether it's your past or past of the country? You can just speak about like Bantu education as one thing. You don't have to go for long.
There's so much that still needs to be done.
Yeah.
I mean, the current state of our educational system, especially in townships, speaks volumes.
Yeah.
And comparing it to your suburban areas, your Model C school as they call, speaks volumes. From resources to content to a teacher's ability to comprehend and engage before we even teach. Because when you teach, you can only teach something that you
have engaged with
and digested.
Yeah.
But we need to get paid.
Mm.
When it comes to education, Bantu education, yes, there were limitations in terms of the content that could be taught.
Yeah.
But students engaged because the teachers were invested. They were engaged, they could comprehend.
Yeah.
Some teachers went the extra mile for including historical facts of our country, of our cultures, of our traditions.
Yeah.
Maria Sashanguveno, in a classroom at 12.
Yeah.
Some students there, they can't comprehend because they're more tactile learners.
Okay.
Expected to follow a system that has been set by those who have forgotten about them.
Sure.
And a teacher cannot hold space because there's 60 learners, if not more, in a class.
Sure.
And how can you expect a teacher who has 8 periods teaching 60 plus learners to be able to engage and digest resources when they get home in preparation for tomorrow?
Because 60 is heavy. It's like carrying 60 people on your shoulders for the whole. Sure.
Ole doesn't do homework, Ole does not understand what you're doing, and at home it's different backgrounds. All these kids have different backgrounds. Not everyone has an attentive parent who's gonna be like, let's see your book. Did you do your homework?
Do you think that parent should be held accountable though? Like if the parent is not taking it upon themselves to educate their own child?
I think now we're looking at the socio-political factors that are surrounding the household.
Yeah.
Now bringing it back to your actual question, which was in the past and currently. There's so much healing that needs to happen from the past.
Yeah.
It's not just emotional, it's not just mental, it's not just physical, it's not just spiritual, it's not just economic, it's not just social, it's all these factors intertwined in one. A child whose father was dragged out by police during apartheid, beaten in front of the child, normalizes beating. A child who saw her mother being raped by police in apartheid sees it as normal because the next day you're taught how to get up, put on your clothes, and continue like nothing happened. And then 30 years later, democracy happens. You've got a first black president. You're now a father. How are you going to father from a wounded place? How are you going to continue carrying or holding space for your child because you've got trauma that you're dealing with?
Yeah.
This speaks to the dysfunctions that are happening within most families. And I'm not saying it's the only one, and we can't always blame our trauma. We can do better. But people deal with trauma in different ways.
Yeah.
Some parents don't have jobs. They have to do the most unthinkable things to put food on the table. So there's so many issues that really affect a parent being a parent. Being a parent is a form of being able to parent your child rather can be viewed as a privilege because there's so much that a child needs, and not majority of South African parents have to compromise in one area or the other in order to provide that. For instance, your upper middle class could be affluent, etc., but the child doesn't have an emotional attachment with the parents. Why? Because they're being raised by a nanny. But you could, so there's so many issues that are overlapping. And I think it would require, I don't know. This is a deep question, by the way, and I might have deviated it again. But in terms of where we are, where we were, there's a lot to think of, and there's a lot to also think of in the context of our education system. Children aren't acting out because they want to. Oftentimes it's a cry for help, but the teacher does not have the capacity to hold space. And the government itself does not have the capacity to hold space. Because so many people are, yes, it's a government job, we pay taxes, they need to, this conversation.
Do you think that there's a way to get out of the system to live a life where you can be with your kids a lot, like a lot, as much as you want to.
It comes with compromise. It comes with compromise. There'll always be, like, I'm gonna speak from a creative aspect.
Yeah.
Half the time, gigs are happening when you should be home parenting. So it's a compromise that are you going to build your career or make it work or work around it so it fits your schedule so that you can have time with your kids.
Yeah.
And beyond that, everything comes with compromise. Everything. When you start setting systems for yourself, you make it work. You make it work, but at times you need to do what you have to do because the child needs to be fed. The child needs to go to school. They need clothes for Christmas, which is tomorrow. Yeah, I think big ups to parents who are actually showing up and those who can't, all the best for them. There's this artwork by Levi. It says Santa doesn't, something along the lines of Santa doesn't like broke or poor people. Oh, let me not butcher it. I think I've got a picture already, let me confirm.
Santa does not like poor people.
It says, let me just confirm. I have it here.
Okay.
Santa hates poor kids. It says Santa hates poor kids, and it's a social-political statement. Because Santa, gay white concept, not in Santa. I grew up knowing Santa when I'm on TV.
Yeah, no, let's know.
You can ask your parents for gifts. They're the ones who are going to get you the gifts. Because Santa doesn't exist. But it's when you're thinking of poor kids, they don't have the luxury to be like, Mommy, I want a new iPad. Mommy, I need a new phone. It's a privilege for them to get a new outfit, second-hand or not. Now consider the nursery receipt. Most kids who are poor, who depended on that to get a new fit and look cool or look snazzy, because some only get that new fit once a year.
Yeah.
It means that it emphasizes how Santa doesn't really favor poor kids. So going back to the question at hand, parenting requires a lot, and to parents who really can't be there for their kids, it happens out of trauma at times. And at times some parents would be like, I can't be a fit parent. My daughter or son is better off with someone who can look after them. Hence why there are adoption initiatives, etc. And it's family. At times family is not available. So yeah.
That's good.